Man, we are on episode 4, and I am so happy to be here today to bring you some tips to battle anxiety and stress while on Holmies. It's your boy LJ, aka the geek with attitude, aka the extroverted introvert, bringing you nothing but good news, presented to you by a tribe called Vibe, hidden in the vaults of the Holmes House production company. And man, we are on episode 4, and I am so happy to be here today to bring you some tips to battle anxiety and stress while on quarantine. We've been on quarantine for some time now. The new norm is to be resilient. And in order to be resilient, you have to be able to have the tools in your tool belt in order to get through the hard times. And I have some tips for you today. Tip number 1, keep a schedule and eat well. The best thing that you can do while on quarantine when things feel like they're out of control is to keep a routine, because that puts you back in control of your day, your life. Keep your day as normal as possible. Try to eat healthy. You know, you don't have to eat out all the time, order in. You can actually go out there, get some groceries, and cook a home-cooked meal. My wife, she's about to put me on a juice cleanse to get out all that nastiness inside of me to make me feel better, because you are what you eat, believe it or not. Tip number 2 is to exercise. And that doesn't mean that you have to go out there and lift 300 pounds a day. It could be as simple as taking a walk down the street with your family, around the block, or just doing some stretches in the morning and right before you go to bed. For those gym rats that can't get out to the gym because they're closed because of social distancing, build yourself a home gym. Get some dumbbells, get a bench, even do bodyweight exercises in your living room if you can. But please stay active. An idle mind is a dangerous mind. Moving on to tip number 3, find some time to relax. And I will tell you now, my counterpart has trouble doing that. Some people have to be busy, but sometimes to do nothing is the best thing to do, because when those days do come where you're overwhelmed by everything that the world can throw at you, it's going to be those days where you took that time to relax that's going to recharge your battery to fight those battles on another day. Tip number 4, narrow your attention. That's right, narrow your attention. Practice mindfulness. Some of my friends are very good at that. Some of my friends can't get the grasp of it. And it's not something that you're going to be able to learn over a day, but if you start practicing now while you have the time on your hands, that could be a useful tool in your tool belt. Mindfulness is the act of focusing on something small, such as your breathing or just a small thought like your happy place. You know, time and time again, you've heard that old saying, take yourself to your happy place. Well, that's a real thing. Take yourself to a point in your life that made you the most happiness and focus on that. Be mindful about it. Be in the moment instead of thinking about what's happening in the future or things that have troubled you in the past. Tip number 5, don't make big life decisions. Right now is not the time to be planning something extravagant. Look at me, I was supposed to be doing my 30-30 this year, but we canceled those plans so we don't have to worry ourselves about those things while we're worrying about just staying sane in the house. Keep your day planning down to a minimum. Don't overexert your mind and your soul and your body with all these heavy lifting ideas that may come to your mind. So don't make too many big life decisions if you don't have to. Tip number 6, DIY projects. My wife is the best at that. And if you look at some of our earlier videos, you'll see just what I mean by that. This is the prime time to find your inner creative self. Build something, whether it's just a quilt out of some of your most favorite t-shirts that you don't really wear anymore, you just can't fit in anymore. Repurpose some of those things around your house that you were about to throw away anyways, such as old stools or chairs, or even that couch that your cats or your dogs pissed on so much to the point where you just don't want to sit on it because you don't know what's collecting in it. Mother's Day is coming up. Make your mom a gift. You might not be able to get out there and get her the gift that she wants, but I promise you, if you make something for her, that will mean so much more than a $300 gift that she's probably not going to be able to wear on the outside anyways right now. Tip number 7, upgrade your home. Now, some of y'all may be thinking right now, I'm not trying to spend all my money to upgrade my home, but it doesn't have to go that route. You can do some spring cleaning. I know that my wife, one of these days, is going to get me up and out of the bed at 8 o'clock in the morning with some church music like her mama used to do, and have us on a cleaning binge all day. And it will just touch her soul. I promise you that. Might touch your soul too. Rearrange your house a little bit. Spice it up. Or make it even more comfortable. It's your sanctuary right now. It's the place to be. So if you don't make your house as comfortable as it can be, you're going to drive yourself crazy. I promise you. If you throw down some new pillows or you put down some rugs, you're going to be a happier person while you're on quarantine. It won't feel like a jail anymore. I'm going to link my wife's new video down in the description so you can go over to her side of the channel to see how she rearranged her own office. She has a built-in gym, home gym in her office, a little zen area, and she has her workspace so she can edit these videos that I'm going to give to her at the end of this. No? Okay. Tip number 8. Engage with others. Now, I know, those extroverted introverts out there like me, you might not want to talk to nobody right now. Or you haven't seen some of your friends in about 2 months. So get on a Skype call, get on Zoom, get on Microsoft Teams, shameless plug for my wife's day job, and talk to some of your friends that you haven't seen in a while. I know just yesterday, me and my wife's family had a good old game of Family Feud where I was Steve Harvey, shout out the homie, and the rest of my family were battling it out, trying to figure out, what items would I leave over my mate's house at the start of our relationship on purpose? Now, some people didn't get those answers right, but that's beside the point. It's about that quality time that we spent with our family, despite the social distancing that we have to keep practicing. So engage with others. That is the gateway to relieving a lot of your stress. Tip number 9, and one of the most important tips: have fun. Do some board games, play some video games. I know that the entire GWA usually watches these news episodes that I create, and I know that we are out there in the gaming arena right now, heavy. And it just takes your mind off of the things that's happening outside your house right now. Maybe you're not a big game fan. Read a book. Do some Netflix binging. Do something that entertains you. Take that entertainment into your own hands. There's a lot of musical artists out there having live concerts on several social platforms such as IG, Facebook. Shoot, I think even Zoom has some concerts every now and then. So get out there and find what best matches your vibe. Having fun can also mean starting a new hobby like gardening, cooking, or even DJing. I have 2 DJs that come to mind actually. Huge shout out to DJ Omu, who has been in the game for years, and DJ Shel, who just started on his newfound journey. I'll have information on them below so you can enjoy some good music while chilling and relaxing this quarantine season. For my 10th and final tip, bring the outside indoors. Make your whole entire house an oasis, such as bringing in indoor plants, lighting candles around the house that smell like sage, moss, lavender, or even putting bird feeders out on your windowsill so you can have the animals, the wildlife come to you. There are a million ways that you can bring the outdoors indoors to you. Just get creative. And my friends, that's your nothing but good news for the day, or your nothing but good advice. But of course, these aren't the only tips that you can use to combat your anxiety or defeat your stress throughout this quarantine season. There's plenty of things that you can do that I haven't mentioned. Take this time to meditate and use your free time to reconnect with a better version of self. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel below, leave a like, and leave some good news in the comment section below. Peace. What's up, homies? Oh, this is tight. It blew out my camera. Laughing at you. I'll just start when I'm ready. How about that?